question I wanted to ask you, Robert, as you think through this, and that is in the sense of, we live in this world that's just so polarized and so fractured and so angry. And is there anything, and I'm not saying this is the argument they're making, but is there anything to be said for if well-known, established, venerated institutions like the Washington Post or the Los Angeles Times, and the New York Times has not yet endorsed. I don't know what will happen there. But that if they don't endorse, that maybe in the future, in a world where half of this country is going to vote for Donald Trump and half of this country is going to vote for Kamala Harris, that there might be a future for an institution like the Washington Post to reach both sides, as opposed to being seen as only a liberal, more democratic newspaper.
This is CNN
is there anything
justifying
for you intellectually in
its
that?
role in having Republican liars.
No, because everybody knows or should know that the editorial page of every newspaper is separate from the news coverage. I don't think the Washington Post thinks it acts like a liberal newspaper. I know people who are critical of the Post may think that, but it isn't. It's trying to deliver the news. The editorial page has a different function. The editorial page presents opinions on a lot of issues. They tell Americans what they think about all kinds of things that Americans should be doing, and no one has ever thought that somehow that gets in the way of the Washington Post doing its job as a news organization. So, everybody can come up with all kinds of reasons why they're doing this, but I think we should just see clearly that this is the beginning of how Trump is going to control the media, especially that media that is controlled by corporate interests, because all of corporate America has been now bending the knee to Trump. We saw Jamie Dimon do this back in January at Davos, where he decided to say out of the blue that Trump is right about some things. Corporate leaders want to make sure that they're not at odds with a president who does threaten them if they behave badly.
All right,
She's
so
trying
just
to
a couple
interrupt
things
you.
to
I'm trying to
understand
stop
where we
you.
are, because I think a lot of people want to know.